To all the beautiful Cancers in the world, to you guys watching, what a week, what a month we've just had. I'll talk about from about the 20th, 21st of January to around the 28th. It's a big old week. There's a lot going on up there. I'll try and make it more personal to you guys, and trying to also keep it compacted. Don't want to give you too much information here. I want to keep the very important stuff that are more relatable to this week. There's a lot of Taurus energy going on. Mars in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, Venus in Taurus. So it's nice to have all this Taurus energy. I mean, it brings us into a sense of feeling again. It brings us a sense of being in our bodies again. It brings us in a sense of appreciating the simple things, you know. But there can also be a lot of need to constantly survive. It's a constant need to obtain your own resources, Taurus, so that we feel safe, we feel comfortable, we feel stable. That's all great, don't get me wrong. But in your chart, in the house system, we are looking in the 11th house. Now, these themes of, to me, like coming through like old habits. Like, for example, Taurus is very much the stubborn, hard to change bull who just wants to graze through the fields. And really, like, you can't stop it. It knows its way. And it's been doing it for a long time. It's very stable energy. Now, the only downside, or one of these downsides to this, is that obviously, like, Taurus, can you juggle these balls for me and like stand on the back, your back two legs? Not saying Taurus people cannot do that, but the animal Taurus cannot do that so well. And the analogy here is the fact that it's hard to change. Now, this stubbornness is really being tested here because Uranus and Mars are both in Taurus. Now, Mars, Uranus, they are all about change. Chopping through, changing. Disrupting. Now, starting with Uranus, we have a planet here that is about it wants to bring us deeper. It wants to bring us into our personal unconscious. That's what I feel the most. Now with Taurus, obviously, Uranus in Taurus has a very, very important opportunity to actually, one, get in our bodies, two, get even deeper into our personal unconscious, and three, resulting in the genius that is in all of us to come through. So that's something to consider about. The 11th house to you guys is your social house, the house of community, groups, friends. So an invitation could be here to you, allowing you to bring out your genius with your friends, and in turn bringing out your gifts with your friends and your community groups and your work groups and whatever groups that may be, that make you feel like you are all part of something bigger than yourself, and not just yourself, but you are bringing your own individual self to the collective self. This is an invitation here with this energy coming through. Now, I feel like there are steps to get to that point. Cancer, you're very good in being in your body, but are you also able to change those habits that don't serve anymore? those habits that we have with our friends, those habits that we have in these groups that are limiting our own genius to come through. This is what's coming through from me right now. Mars. Now, Mars and Uranus, they're both conjunct right now. I'll speak about the moon a little bit as well. But Mars is also coming in now, making things not so, polite, mannered. It's a little bit, get out of my way, I'm a bull in a china shop. You know, it's just not really asking too many questions. It's just more like, let's go, let's do this. Obviously, the energy to me is really bringing us into our bodies. This usual very external energy is bringing us inwards. It's very much like stable into the ground. But Mars naturally is a place in ourselves that is very deep, and normally that place in our belly, our gut, is where a lot of fire is held anyway. So yeah, bring that awareness, that centeredness to that very fiery part of you. There can be an invitation, if the space allows it, to be able to allow that fire to burn a little bit, or at least shine and light your path. Small invitation now. Again, if it's leading to that place of genius, if it's leading to that place of may seem darkness, and that light can help, the light can be useful. But there's definitely a dance here of these two planets really next to each other that are asking for change. Now, check out your own natal chart. Obviously, these placements can also be different. Feel free to send me a message if you want me to have a look at that. But for now, generally speaking, in your 11th house, we're talking about friends. We're talking about these type of groups. Also, future goals. If you're in a process of projects, of creating projects, the future goals, entering now, we're in Aquarius season. So these future goals will need you to make adjustments, make necessary changes, so that you can be better suited to enter the future. So think about these type of things. I'm going to keep this week about relationship and friendship groups, those type of themes, because I'm going to speak to, before I go into Venus, I want to just quickly mention the moon. The moon is also in Taurus, 22nd, 23rd, obviously the 21st as well. But and the 20th, 21st, 22nd, and into the 23rd. Yes. I'll double check those dates. Either 20th or 21st is in Taurus, the moon. But regardless, like, this is gonna really hone everything in that's going up out there. A lot about this, what I've been speaking about, into our own characters, into our own self. And bring also an emotional touch to all of this story. Really, again, remembering that centeredness throughout all of this change. Following your own watery intuition here can really help to distinguish between your own knowing and this craziness out there that's like, there's also a very big square going on with a lot of Aquarius energy in the sky, and I'll speak about that on a separate video. Check out or look out for that one. It's going to be in regards to Taurus, Aquarius squaring each other, and the planets involved. So yeah, those are the dates, midweek, start to midweek, where the moon is really having a an effect with all of this Taurus energy. Oh my word. Even talking is like, now Venus, I don't know about you guys, but I am fucking struggling. My heart is hurting. I feel stupid telling you guys. I feel silly. Don't really know what I'm actually doing right now, but trying to be true and authentic and express. Venus. She's been in Capricorn for a while. She's going to be in Capricorn for a few more weeks. To you guys, that's your 7th house, your house of relationships. Seeing a more objective look in relationships that can be useful here. There's a very personal sense of reality with you guys, Cancers. And Venus is here to show you guys as a reflection, being in your complete opposite, where there is a place where you can take a bit more of an objective, a bit more of a transpersonal look at the situation. That can also mean with yourself. 7th house doesn't always, or will not always, relate to other people, especially if you're on a journey of your own relating to yourself. This relating to oneself truly is the gift that we need right now. We are coming into this huge change. We are moving into a time when we need to be ourselves. We need to be true. And this is really a testing or a showing, highlighting a time of where you can be more. You can be bigger. You can be more expanded. You can be you. However that looks. Doesn't matter how it sounds. However that looks is what's important, or whoever that is inside you that's waiting and screaming to say, let me out, let me go. You know, these are the times to find and see into ourselves, to bring ourselves out to the world. You can breathe again. I'll pick a card for you, Cancer, to summarize this week. Always a little advice, or whatever meant to come will come. For Cancer, please can I have a card. There it is. Elevate your every day. It's about you. And pizza. Love to you guys. Even with my little broken heart. Take care. Speak to you soon.